Before you scroll, I need you to hear this, because the worry you've been carrying, the stress you've been hiding, and the questions you've been asking yourself late at night may not be as hopeless as they seem. Maybe you've been checking your bank account and wondering how everything is going to work out. Maybe you've been waiting for a phone call that never came. Maybe you've been praying for a breakthrough, but all you've seen are delays. And if that's where you are right now, this message may be exactly what you needed today, because there are people watching this who feel like nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. Nothing is improving. But what if the very thing you've been praying for is already moving toward you? What if answers are being prepared in places you cannot see? What if your biggest breakthrough is happening behind the scenes right now? Stay until the end, because the final message may completely change how you look at your current situation. One of the hardest things about life is not knowing what's coming next. Human beings naturally want certainty. We want to know how things will work out. We want to know when the breakthrough will arrive. We want to know when the pain will end. We want proof. We want guarantees. But life rarely works that way. Most of the important things happen before we can see them. Think about a farmer. The farmer plants a seed. Then days pass. Nothing appears. Weeks pass. Still nothing. If someone judged the process only by what they could see, they would assume nothing was happening. But underground, roots are forming. Growth is happening. Preparation is taking place. And maybe that's where you are right now. You are judging your future based on what you can see today. But there may be things developing beneath the surface that you know nothing about. Let's talk honestly for a moment. Worry is exhausting. It steals your energy. It steals your focus. It steals your peace. It keeps you awake at night replaying the same fears over and over again. What if I fail? What if things don't work out? What if I'm too late? What if I never reach my goals? And before you realize it, you're living in a future that hasn't happened yet. You're fighting battles that don't exist. You're carrying tomorrow's problems while trying to survive today. But think about your life for a moment. How many things did you worry about 5 years ago? How many nights did you spend stressing over situations that eventually worked themselves out? At the time, those problems felt permanent. Now many of them are just memories. And maybe the thing you're worrying about today will become the same. Most people love success, but very few people appreciate preparation. Everyone wants the blessing. Nobody wants the waiting season. Everyone wants the open door. Nobody wants the hallway before it opens. Yet some of the most important seasons in life are the seasons that look unproductive, because preparation rarely looks exciting, growth rarely feels comfortable, and transformation often happens quietly. The strongest trees spend years developing roots before they reach impressive heights. The deeper the roots, the stronger the future. And perhaps your current delay is not punishment. Perhaps it's preparation. Perhaps life is building something inside you before giving you something outside of you. And what I'm about to say next is something many people don't realize until years later. Some of the greatest blessings in life first arrive disguised as disappointments. Have you ever wanted something so badly only to watch it fall apart? A relationship, a job, an opportunity, a dream. At the time, it felt devastating. But years later, you realized, if that had worked out, I wouldn't be where I am today. Sometimes closed doors are protection. Sometimes delays are direction. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. The difficult part is that we rarely understand this while we're going through it. We understand it afterward. So if you're tired, keep going. If you're discouraged, keep going. If you're waiting, keep going. Because your current situation is not the final chapter of your story. The chapter you're living right now may be difficult, but difficult chapters create stronger people. And stronger people create better futures. There is still time. There is still hope. There is still possibility. And there are still chapters of your life that haven't been written yet. So today, release what you cannot control. Stop carrying every burden by yourself. Stop assuming that silence means nothing is happening. Stop believing that delays automatically mean defeat. Because some of the most important work happens behind the scenes. Growth happens behind the scenes. Preparation happens behind the scenes. Transformation happens behind the scenes. And maybe, just maybe, your breakthrough is closer than you think. If this message found you today, comment, "I will not worry," and share this message with someone who needs hope right now. Remember, the story isn't over. The next chapter may be closer than you think.